Welcome to the Daily Coffee Pro by Map It Forward, friends. I'm your host, Lee Safa, and today on the podcast, we're talking about one of my favorite subjects, becoming a solo entrepreneur. This is something that I have had the great pleasure of witnessing a number of people do through our mastermind groups over the last couple of years, and it has been thrilling to watch people go on to start businesses that have just meant that they had independence from having their own employment. Coming off the back of yesterday's episode, or the last episode, which was all about the Great Resignation, it only seemed fitting to talk about how to become a solo entrepreneur in coffee. Before we get started, if you have a small business, whether it is as a solo entrepreneur or in any other part of the coffee industry, consider taking one of our workshops that we have going on through our group coaching platform, mapleforward.org/group coaching. Check the show notes. We have a couple of workshops that we're offering before the end of the year, and they are guaranteed, money back guaranteed, to help you grow your business. So, becoming a coffee solo entrepreneur is a very exciting endeavor. The reason this is so exciting is because it means that you can take your expertise and you can repurpose them so that you can start generating your own independent revenue stream of your wages. Now, the cool thing about this is so much of the technology for you to be able to do this already exists for free online, and all you need to do is figure out how to make that work for you. I'm fortunate enough to say that I'm working with a number of businesses to help them make that happen right now. And these are individuals who are coming through our Coffee Consultants Mastermind groups, the 6-week program. Again, that starts again in the first week of November. But the cool thing about it is that this is not just consulting for the coffee industry. We're helping people figure out how they can consult to the general public as a consultant. So you can repurpose all of your knowledge for the changing landscape that is the coffee industry. Consumer behavior is shifting, and it is important for you, if you are looking at getting some independence from having a job, to create a revenue stream where you can become of service to people in a different way, perhaps digitally. And there are so many opportunities out there. But taking the steps to become a solo entrepreneur are the ways to make that happen. So what are some examples of that? We have been so lucky to watch people start consulting to corporates. And so what that means is creating team events, team building events, where you can create boxes for people where, let's say it's a team of 10, you put together a pack that has roasted coffee and perhaps a pour over kit, you send it to everybody, and you do a digital it can be digital or it can be in person based on what the COVID rules are where you are, but it can be an opportunity where you can bring a team together that works remotely, and everybody gets the kit, including the roasted coffee and the grinder and the pour over equipment. And they can learn how to brew coffee together as a team building exercise where you are the consultant that is teaching them how to do that. You talk to them about why grind size matters, why water matters. You can talk to them about how they can affect different things by changing the grind size and by using different water, and why it's important to figure out what kind of roast profile you like as a consumer. That's just one example of what happens if you're a solo entrepreneur and you don't want to work inside consulting to coffee small businesses. You can consult to the general public. Another way to consult to the general public is by becoming a coffee concierge. And what this means is that you curate different coffee experiences for a group of people or for individual people. And we have helped people do that as well. Different things that you can do is consult to inside the coffee industry as a solo entrepreneur. And that is by consulting to baristas, to coffee competitors, to roasters, to small business owners. All of that is dependent on what your niche is. And in a lot of the coaching work that we do in our 6-week programs, it's all about helping you find the specifics of how you can do that. So head to the show notes if this is something that you're interested in doing. It costs $29.99 per week for 6 weeks. You get video and audio versions of the recordings, but you won't be allowed to share them with anyone outside of yourself because you will be required to commit to not sharing that information. But the idea behind this is empowering you. We want to empower you to have as many revenue streams as you possibly can and learning how to get into the flow of monetizing your skill set. And we think that that will help empower you to get some independence from working in employment that you don't like anymore. And given that the Great Resignation is happening in coffee, this is a positive way that you can take all of the delicious skills that you have and find a way to build your own business from that. I hope this has been helpful, friends. Check the show notes for those links. Peace, love, and peanut butter. Have an amazing rest of your day.